Alright guys, Georgia football has released a time for 5 games this year so far. And we're going to talk about it. But number one, I have no idea who created this video, but I love it so freaking much. You guys saw I posted it on Twitter made a joke about Blue Cane. That's probably going to get copyrighted. I love that video so freaking much. But anyway, Georgia has announced time for 5 games. And we're going to look at them. So number one was the season opener versus Marshall. We're going to go to FBS schedule just so I'm sure that game will be on. And here's the thing. I did predictions for these, and I got them almost all right. The only one I didn't get right was the Austin Peay game. So we're going to start with the game opening season game against Marshall. That would be 3:30 on ESPN. So Georgia gets to start the season on the regular ESPN. The week after that, Georgia will play Austin Peay at 3:30 on SEC Plus. That was the only one I got wrong. That's a very odd game for 3:30. I really thought they'd have that game like at 1, like they did last year versus Tennessee Tech. And then the week after that, Georgia plays Tennessee. That game will be on 3:30 on ABC. I got that one right too. Then we go all the way down weeks after that game to the Florida game. Of course, that game will be 3:30 on ABC. It seems that game will never change time again. The last time it was a night game was, I believe, 2002. And that was a horrible, horrible game. Just not for Georgia. I really wasn't specifically talking about Georgia. I was more talking of the crowd atmosphere. I believe there was a bunch of crazy crap going on. So Jacksonville saw that and said, "We're not going to change that game. That game will stay. That game will stay at 3:30." And then Georgia and Georgia Tech on Black Friday, November 28th. That game will be 3:30. So unfortunately, no primetime Georgia and Georgia Tech this year like we had last year. Maybe that's for the best, because if they go into 8 overtimes again, it won't be off at 1 o'clock in the morning. So I got all of them right except for Austin Peay. I had Austin Peay at 1 or 1:15 on. I got the channel right, ESPN Plus. The thing I noticed about this though was there was no time for the Alabama and Texas games, and I'll go ahead and predict that those games are going to be at 7:30 on ABC. Why not? Georgia and Alabama is going to be a great game. I absolutely cannot wait for that game. I'm excited for Georgia and Texas too, but I am mostly excited for Georgia and Alabama. That is going to be the biggest game of the year for Georgia, and you add on that it's in Athens. Wouldn't it be nice? I'm just saying, wouldn't it be nice if Georgia goes to play Alabama and they run out in black jerseys and black out Alabama and redo the wrong that was the 2008 blackout? That would be very, very cool. Yeah, so Marshall at 3:30, Austin Peay at 3:30, Tennessee at 3:30, Florida at 3:30, and Georgia Tech at 3:30. Those have been the games announced. Alabama and Texas will probably be 7:30. Don't count anything though till it's official. You can check Georgia football at Georgia football on Twitter, ESPN app, GeorgiaDolls.com, FBS schedules. That's the one I'm using right now. Georgia Southern also released a few games, which I wonder, did Kennesaw State release any game times? We'll see. We're going to see real quick, and we like Kennesaw State, so why not? Okay, so some of their games, they're opening the season Friday versus Wake Forest at 7. They're going to play Indiana at 12. They're going to play McCormick College at 6, Arkansas State at 6, Middle Tennessee State at 6, Louisiana Tech at 7, FIU at 7, UTEP at 7, New Mexico State at 4, Jacksonville State at 2, Missouri State at 2, and Liberty at 3. They've released their entire time schedule. Go out and support the Owls, ladies and gentlemen. I know this is a Georgia video. I'll get back to that in a minute. Go support the Owls. If you don't have nothing to do with, if they don't play when Georgia plays, or you're a Georgia fan and Georgia's already played and you live next to Kennesaw, or you go support the Owls. Dexter Williams is going to have a great year with Kennesaw State. And I cannot wait to see what the Owls do. Back to Georgia once again. Free 30 for Marshall, free 30 for Austin Peay, free 30 for Tennessee, free 30 for Florida, and free 30 for Georgia Tech on Black Friday. Alabama and Texas may be 7:30. Again, do not say nothing to it. It is official. So that's times released for Georgia football games so far. We'll know more later in the year. Go Dogs.